And then when we got here, we were trading. We were always doing some trading with Brent to the US and stuff.
Yeah, and you had your trading company in China, and you're still doing.
Yeah, so that kept going, and then we were doing a little bit more US and European business, but we were also doing like some construction materials to Africa, especially to South Africa, and yeah, so we kept doing that. But it was like, okay, we were just it was difficult to do because of the time difference, right? So that there was like a 5-hour time difference. So it was hard to run the safari company. And I basically had a burnout, which was pretty bad. I was worrying about money and stressing. You know, everybody knows worrying about money is the worst. And I was working like 16-hour days, like 6 days a week. And I did that for 3 years. So I all of a sudden, like half my hair fell out. I lost like 40 pounds in like 10 days. I just like, and basically I went to the doctor. I was like, what's wrong with me? You know? And they were like, yeah, we checked your blood. You're okay. Your blood pressure is really high. Like you're about to fucking stroke out and have a heart attack. I was like, oh shit. They're like, yeah. You're like, are you stressed out? I was like, yeah. Like, are you working a lot? Are you sleeping enough? I'm like, so yeah, they're like, you're going to die. You're going to have a heart attack or a stroke if you don't fucking change something. So then Claire was like, yeah, let's just, call it quits. I was like, yeah, I agree. So it took me a while to recover from that. I was pretty worn down for.
And that's before you even got here.
That's before I got here. And then we planned to move in December. And then, that like, we're like, oh, in 5 months we'll leave. And then I was just like, no, like I'm fast tracking that. Like we're leaving like 2 months earlier. So we just sold all our shit real quick. I sent a container of like all our furniture and TVs. It's hard to get stuff like that in Tanzania. It's really expensive because import tax is like ridiculous, like 45% or something. So anyways, we come here and I started, my business picked up with Brent. I was doing a lot of vape cartridges and vape stuff to the US, and that was growing a lot. We were doing well. And and I was selling bongs also to Canada, to Holland, to the US. So I'd been doing that for a while. And then, things were getting really good. Business was good. Everything was on the up and up. And then COVID came and then destroyed everything because all the buyers just stopped buying. And then there's like this Trump was saying like, oh, COVID, if you vape, remember they were saying in the States, like, oh, if you vape, that's what's causing you to, but it was COVID. Like you'll die if you smoke vape because there's like vitamin E sticking to your lungs or some bullshit. But it was the actual virus. So then, after COVID, I was like, okay, weed got legalized. I was like, okay, well, let's, I sold weed when I was a kid a lot. Like,
I think most Canadians probably.
Yeah, from like 12 years old to 18.
My mom and dad, yeah.
Yeah, my mom knew. But yeah, so I was like, oh, I know a lot about weed. Let's do that. So when it got legalized, I was like, okay, let's do that. Let's open but I want to do something different. So I've been wholesaling on the island. I talked to Brent and I was like, yo, let's open a weed shop, right? He's like, okay. So we were a little bit late opening. A lot of people got in right at the beginning and went for it. I was like, okay. But we've been open a month now. And we had the grand opening last Saturday, 3rd of December. And it's going really well.
Yeah, I came and checked it out. Some people are popping in and out. I tried to do the Larry David show up nice and early. But also like the issue is the traffic's just unbearable and everyone on the island knows that. I didn't want to go too late.
Yeah, it's from the flood, right?
I came in. The shop's awesome. It's looking great. We'll leave all links in the description. If you enjoyed this content, we're doing 5 clips like this a week. If you want to watch the full podcast, click here.